The people have spoken, and if they want to march, then I'm marching with them.
I remember there was this solemn energy where everybody understood what we were doing. We were retracing historical footsteps that have guided us through this history of our country. We all understood how sacred that bridge was and what our jobs were. You're not just making a film, you're recreating a moment in time.
Selma represented an attempt to redeem the soul of America, to help us move closer to the participation of all people in the political process.
It was really special when John Lewis came to set while we were filming.
I did spend time with the young man who played me and the young man who played Martin Luther King Jr. They really became the embodiment of the whole struggle in Selma.
To see him in the flesh for the first time, it was one of those moments where everything freezes, and he's the only person who is still in real time. You think about how brave this man is, this hero, and what he did to inspire a generation of activists who are changing the world today. I was so honored to step into his shoes, and I hope that I and the rest of the cast did this story justice.
I really love the way they tried to walk in our shoes. They made the film so real, not only the way they spoke, but the clothing they wore, wearing a backpack the same way that I did. The young man who played Dr. King was dressed like Martin Luther King Jr., and he spoke like Martin Luther King Jr.
Trying to gain access to the registration office, which is our legal right.
You don't see too many African-American women directors, but Ava is one of a kind. I remember being in awe of the way she was able to helm the set. It takes a special filmmaker to understand the responsibility in telling a story like this. We were creating this story from a place of love.
When I watched for the first time, the scene was walking across the bridge in an orderly, peaceful, nonviolent fashion. It was so real. They were able to make the drama come alive on the streets of Alabama, to make the words, the suffering, the tears, the crying, but also this great sense of determination that we were going to continue until we got the Voting Rights Act of 1965 passed.
Selma, to me, felt like a triumph. I can't remember anything that I've been prouder to be a part of, something I won't forget. It blows me away that we're able to teach people a history that often gets watered down about these men and women who are at the front lines of justice every day, sacrificing things that we couldn't imagine just so we can do what we're able to do today.
This film helped educate young people around America that did not know people could register to vote simply because of the color of their skin. On that day, we were attempting to walk the 50 miles from Selma to Montgomery to dramatize to the nation that people of color wanted to become participants in the democratic process. But I felt then, as I feel today, that in spite of everything, we shall overcome. We shall be free.